Alvarez loses to Dmitry Bivol. Dmitry Bivol gets the job done against Canelo Alvarez. Surprisingly, he was actually able to get a unanimous decision victory, 115, 113 on all the scorecards. And to be honest, while the fight was going on, one past the halfway point, I was just like literally like Bivol's won the fight. If he continues on that trajectory, boxing the way he was boxing, you know, frustrating Canelo. Canelo having to lift him up at one point, literally onto his shoulders. I was like, Bivol's won the fight. The problem I had was it going to be given to him on the scorecards? Make sure you guys like the video, share the video, drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me see what you guys thought about the fight. Did you think Bivol was able to get it done? I thought Bivol's going to be able to get this job done, but I wasn't really sure if he was really going to be given it, just because we know what happens on the scorecards. The Vegas fighter, the money man himself, the cash cow, Canelo Alvarez. Are they really going to give Dmitry Bivol the benefit of the doubt on the scorecards? This time, you know, it shows that there's still some sanity in boxing. But how the fight pretty much kicked off, Dmitry Bivol, the guy's boxing is just on levels, man. This ain't the guy that fought Craig Richards. This guy, he stepped up the notches. He didn't, in fact, it wasn't even his size that he even used to impose to beat Canelo Alvarez. From round one, he was pretty much, you know, keeping, you know, being able to be that, use that rangefinder, keeping the distance, using that jab. And just like, what's his name? Benavidez did say that obviously, I think Benavidez has sparred Dmitry Bivol before, talking about his 1-2s. And to be honest, those 1-2s were so effective. His counters were so effective from the opening bell. You know how Canelo likes to trap people on the ropes? No chance. This guy, as soon as he's on the ropes, quickly, you know, he'll maybe take 1-2 shot there. He's quickly off the ropes, trying to keep everything centering and things of that sense. At some points, I thought it was like, rah, like, Bivol, you're going to take too many shots on the ropes, because we saw Caleb Plant be on the ropes a bit too long, and then after he got clips. But, you know, it's like the power of Canelo didn't even phase Bivol at all. He landed a couple uppercuts on Bivol, but nothing of substantial to be like, rise, he rocks, like nothing. There was nothing there. He didn't, you know, I've been saying this thing the longest, this aura of invincibility that people put on fighters, it's not in reality. We see Mike Tyson get knocked out by Buster Douglas. We've seen in recent times, we've seen Anthony Joshua lose to Andy Ruiz. Like, people just stop saying, oh, this guy is impossible to beat. What are you talking about? Everyone's got their own boogeyman, and Dmitry Bivol's the boogeyman today for Canelo. You know, joining Floyd Mayweather as the only guys to, you know, give what's his name, Canelo, an L, you know, on his resume. And to be honest, like I said, like Bivol, pretty much he consistently kept the same pattern throughout the fight. He was disciplined. You know, he was landing good sharp counters on the inside when Canelo, you know, wants to open up the shots. You know, he throws those flurries. He doesn't commit too much. He's waiting to see, just waiting to see if there's going to be a counter from Canelo. Like, everything was just on pinpoint. You know, he got the job done. You know, great performance. Round one, pretty much all the way through to the end of the fight. Nothing really changed. He just disciplined. He didn't overcommit. He didn't really, just give Canelo unnecessary opportunities to land heavy shots. You know, he was one thing that Bivol's really good at. He knows how to wants to land. He doesn't really land like straight, like you say, punching through power shots. He kind of like bends at the waist to land the shot. So if he wants to land the right hand, he'll bend at the waist. He won't really like throw his whole body weight into it, leaving himself open. And that's something Canelo was struggling to deal with. Many times Canelo was trying to land some counters. It's, giving the crowd air conditioning, so hats off to Dmitry Bivol, fantastic performance. I'm literally just came off the fight just now. I was watching the fight more as a fan because I wanted Bivol to win this fight, man. Like, come on, man. We need someone to because I've been telling people listen, this guy is not invincible. I'm going to rewatch the fight, to get a bit more, look at it more analytically. But all I know is that Bivol that's a solid boxing performance. No excuses. No one, anybody talking about, Canelo, he moved up in weight. No, he moved up in weight. He fought Kovalev and everybody was saying, right, he moved up. It's the same thing now. No excuses. So make sure you guys drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me see what you guys think about this fight. Where does Canelo go from? Is he still going to go fight? What's his name? Golovkin. Is that something he still wants to go do? Have to wait and see what happens with that one. Where's Bivol going to go for him? I did see they were talking about a rematch. A rematch. Does Bivol want to go ahead with the rematch? Maybe it's something in the contract because I think Canelo was talking about the rematch is going to happen for sure, or something like that. And I know he's definitely going to want to avenge that loss, but Can he even beat Bivol? I don't. For me, based off what I've seen here, what is Canelo going to do any differently? The only thing I'm scared of if they go do the rematch is that, we don't need no shenanigans with the scorecards, because to be honest, 115, 113, I feel like to be honest, I think they gave him 7 rounds. I feel like he won, I think, maybe eight or 9 rounds as far as I'm concerned. I don't think Canelo did that great. 115, 113 for me is even generous. I feel like Bivol did even better than that as far as I'm concerned. He just didn't give Canelo any opportunities to land any of them shots. The uppercuts worked. None of the traps worked. No traps. All Canelo really did in this fight was throw hard power shots. There was nothing really. It's power shots. It's like he just couldn't deal with what Bivol was doing. He knew Bivol was obviously is a bigger guy. Bivol didn't even really impose himself like that. He was just landing the shots. And to be honest, the one thing that Bivol was really doing well, and at one point I don't think he was gonna stop Canelo, but the shots, the way he was unloading some of these shots, I was thinking, right, is he gonna get Canelo out of here? But serious, man. Hats off to Dmitry Bivol. And this is the thing, people just writing off people on. No one can. I don't think anyone's going to be able to beat Canelo. Canelo's just going to knock Bivol. You think Bivol's some kind of cream puff? You think he's just kind of tin can milkman? This is a whole WBA champ, bruv. Proper schooled amateur. This guy is elite level. Don't be talking about Bivol like it's some milkman that they brought off the street, bruv. So put some respect on his name. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me see what you guys think about the fight. Make sure you hit me up on Twitter at KO Boxing Vibe 1 and official KO Boxing Vibe on Instagram. Hats off to Dmitry Bivol, man. The guy is just elite, bruv. He's elite level stuff, man. Just elite level. Like Canelo, like obviously he's a great fighter, but is 175 just, it's just a bit step up for him. Obviously he's a big, I think that there's maybe some other guys he could beat, but we're talking about Bivol, Beterbiev. The way I was seeing Canelo look here, if he fights Beterbiev, my man could be knocked out. So drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me see what you guys are saying about this one. Cool.